Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride when you're playing fantasy. Hey! In this episode, we're going to run down the top 7 waiver wire targets you need to focus on for week 10 of the fantasy basketball season. We believe every NBA fan should play fantasy basketball. The first player we want to talk about is Quinten Post from the Golden State Warriors. When I tell you, your man has started the last 5 games, let that sink in. And you know what we always say, when guys get minutes, there's always opportunity, especially in a points league. He's only rostered in about 8% of Yahoo leagues, and he's actually averaging 13.4 points per game and 6.2 rebounds in the games that he started. But there's more. He's also chipping in 3.2 three-pointers per game. This is a daggone big man, right? He plays center. He is stretching the floor. This is a great opportunity. It's a huge signal. Your man over the last 7 days is averaging 24 minutes per game, and this is up from his season average of 18.8 minutes per game. So his minutes per game is trending in the right direction. Listen, if you need a big right now, and honestly, if you just want to bring him into your lineup to see how it plays out this week and over the next few weeks, I would definitely think about starting and picking up Quinten Post. From the Memphis Grizzlies, Jaylen Wells. This is a player that we've been speaking about in our recent episodes, but I had to run it back because there's a lot of buzz on the internet about him now. You know, we get to this stuff and we share our information and we try not to run the same players back over and over again. But this season, this guy has come up a lot, and he's definitely a player that you want to think about grabbing for your fantasy basketball team. Over the last 7 days, he's averaging 31 minutes per game. That's up from his 27.1 minutes per game on the season. Over the last 7, averaging 12.3 points per game. Yes, 4.7 rebounds. Come on, 2 assists, but check this out. 2 steals per game. And you know what we like to say around here? Top is off, boobies is out, hair blowing in the frickin' wind. Your man Jaylen Wells is cooking with hot bacon grease. Before we jump back into the show, I want to give a big shout out to Fantasy RoundUp, one of the most elite resources and tools for fantasy managers who are trying to dominate this season and for years to come. You know how it is. You got your waiver wire priority, but you don't want to burn it on a player that might hit and might miss. So what you do is you set your alarm clock for 3 o'clock in the morning, and you wake up before your league mates to grab that player without having to burn your waiver priority. What if I told you there was a way to do that in an automated workflow so you can actually sleep through the night? Let's jump into Fantasy RoundUp and I'll show you how it works. So here we are on Fantasy RoundUp. I have it connected to my ESPN account. You can also connect it to your Yahoo. As you can see here, my team is totally stacked. I got Wemby, I got Amin Thompson. This is an 8-team league, so I got tons of great players. But let's say there's somebody on the waiver wire that I actually want to grab. I click Auto Waiver here. Once I click Auto Waiver, you'll see my roster, and I decide which players I would like to drop from my team. I have 2 Duns, guys who are done. I got Ryan Dunn, finished, and Chris Dunn, finished. And then you just click on the bottom here where it says Select Players to Add. So here we are in the waiver wire free agent pool. There are a couple of players that I've been looking at, and I want to make sure I can secure them without burning my waiver priority. The first one is Matas Buzeles, who is available. And then we have Kevin Porter Jr. All I have to do now is schedule the swap. As you can see here, I have the swap scheduled for November 9th at 3 a.m. Now I just click Review and Confirm. I give it one last check, and after that, I click Confirm Swap. So no more waking up at 3 a.m. to go sneak and grab players off the waiver wire. You can let the system do it for you. And the great news, Fantasy Roundup is offering a 7-day free trial. So you can try this out yourself. If you decide that you want to keep it long-term, it's only $6 a month. You'll find more info in the pinned comment and the description below. Or just visit fsroundup.com. Check it out and start your free trial today. Your future self and your fantasy record will thank you. Now let's get back to the show. The next player we want to take a look at is Isaiah Collier. Now check this out. Your man, Keyonte George, has definitely been the player to watch in the backcourt when you talk about the Utah Jazz. We talked about Keyonte George in the offseason, but we also talked about Isaiah Collier. He's had a really bumpy start, but we're seeing signs of life. Over the last 7 days, he's averaging 15.3 points per game. Yes, he's playing 29 minutes per game. Come on. 2.7 rebounds. But check this out. Over the last 7 days, your man Isaiah Collier is averaging 10 assists per game. It don't get crazier than that. I'm telling you. He's also chipping in 1 steal per game. So what does that mean? Although Keyonte George will be the featured scoring guard in the backcourt in Utah, Isaiah Collier is going to get some runs. And honestly, the fact that over the last 7 days, he's averaging 29 minutes per game is a signal that good things are to come for this young man. So with that being said, I'm grabbing him if he is available. Now, the next pick is kind of an unconventional pick. He is widely available, only rostered in 20% of ESPN leagues, from the New Orleans Pelicans, DeJounte Murray. And I know what you're going to say. Robin, DeJounte's banged up. Why would I grab him off the waiver? He's not playing. Well, listen. When he plays at an elite level for fantasy basketball when healthy. So if you can get him absolutely free, if he's lingering somewhere on your waiver wire, he needs to be on somebody's roster. He was a part of my draft strategy where I picked him up in the later rounds and just held on to him because I know if he gets healthy and if he can produce even as a shell of his former self, we're going to get tons of fantasy value for what we're paying. And in this case, you're going to be paying nothing because he might be out there on your waiver wire. From the Orlando Magic, Wendell Carter Jr. This guy is on a freaking tear. Over the last 7 days, averaging 33 minutes per game. He's already averaging 30.1 minutes on the season, so that's not a stretch. But this is points per game over the last 7 days, 20 points per game. Yo, there's more. Over the last 7 days, he's averaging 6.5 rebounds. Yes, 2 assists. Come on. About a half a steal. Not bad. But check this out. 1.5 blocks per game. Wendell Carter Jr. is only rostered in 23.3% of ESPN leagues. He is widely available. Grab him off your waiver wire before your league mates do. From the Cleveland Cavaliers, Jaylen Tyson. This is a player we've also talked about this season. He's been a cover boy on one of our episodes, somebody we've really been keeping an eye on, and he continues to produce. The Cavaliers are still banged up. They have Evan Mobley still out. They have 4 games this week. So there's going to be tons of opportunity for him. And honestly, in the 12 straight games that he started, your man is putting on for the freaking city, averaging about 16 points per game and 7 rebounds. Over the last 7 games, he's averaging 31 minutes per game. And one thing that I really like is that he's also averaging 1 steal per game on the season. So we can expect that steal, which you know in points leagues is going to be heavily weighted and get you some extra points. So for that reason, I'm grabbing Jaylen Tyson. From the Philadelphia 76ers, Dominic Barlow. He's on a 2-way contract. You probably never heard his name before, but check this out. Your man has started the last 9 games for the Philadelphia 76ers. Let that sink in. And you know that one thing about the Sixers that we can promise is that somebody's going to be sitting out, whether it's Joel Embiid, whether it's Paul George, somebody's going to be out, and there's always going to be tons of opportunity for players like Dominic Barlow. Over the last 7 days, your man is averaging 25 minutes per game, 14.3 points per game. Yes, 5 rebounds per game. Come on, 1.3 assists. But check this out. 1.3 steals per game. If he's available on your waiver wire, give him an ad. We don't know what's going to happen with him. I'd give it a chance. I got 5 more bonus players to share with you. But before we do that, I want to invite you to join our community. BelieveInFantasy.com is absolutely free. We have a Discord of over 2,000 fantasy basketball sickos that will actually help you with your decision-making, lineup changes, all of that good stuff. And we also have a free newsletter with over 5,000 subscribers on Substack, and we're pumping out content there every single week. So if you want to win your fantasy basketball championship, visit BelieveInFantasy.com. So welcome to our world famous rapid fire waiver wire. I just got 5 extra names for you, but I didn't want to include them in the main bunch because we talked about some of them in recent weeks. We're going to just get right to it. The first player is from the Memphis Grizzlies, Cam Spencer. You want to give him a look. He's only rostered in about 23% of Yahoo leagues, and he's cooking with hot oxtail oil. He's averaging in the last 5 games, 19.4 points per game, 5.8 assists, 1.2 steals. Your man is on fire. I would definitely give him an ad. The next player is Cason Wallace from the OKC Thunder. You know he is stealing. He is the new merchant of theft. He's going 1 and 2 with Dyson Daniels for most steals per game in the NBA right now. Your man is cooking. He's only rostered in 32% of Yahoo leagues and 15% of ESPN leagues, so he's widely available. OKC has 4 games this week, so I would definitely give him an ad. And you know what I love to say? Your man is a daggone theft merchant, averaging 2.3 steals per game on the season. He's also banging about 1.5 threes per game. Next up is my man Maxime Reynaud from the Sacramento Kings. This is a player that was the cover boy of our last episode. He's averaging 16.3 points per game, 7.5 rebounds over his last 8 games. I'm going to tell you right now, add this man on your roster, especially if you are in a dynasty league. He's also shooting 56% from the field, which is a great signal. Sabonis is still banged up, so he'll continue to ride out this opportunity. Next up is another player we've spoken about the last couple of weeks, Jordan Walsh. Man, I told you he's the reincarnation of Jason Tatum. I would definitely grab him. He started the last 14 games. It seems like Joe Mazzulla has some confidence in a young man. In the 14 starts, he's averaging 9.7 points per game, 5.7 rebounds, 1.5 steals, and 1 3 a game. I would definitely grab him, especially if you need some steals. From the Los Angeles Lakers, Marcus Smart. There's some injuries in LA, tons of opportunity. It's not a sexy name, but he is getting the starting nod. I would give him an ad. Now that you know which players to add off the waiver wire, check out this episode for the top 50 rankings for fantasy basketball.